Hello everyone. I'm sorry it's been so long since I made a video here. I can explain. And oh boy, do I have a lot of explaining to do. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get back into making some videos here. Kind of finally starting to get out of my funk. I know I don't have many followers on Twitter, especially compared to my YouTube subscribers, but let's start this story at the beginning. So, I've been searching for a job for over 2 years. I finished college 2.5 years ago, degree in computer science. Just been looking everywhere for a job. I've stopped looking for jobs related to my degree. I'm looking at everything now. And can't remember when it was. It seems like 2 weeks ago now that I saw a job in this area for delivering mail, just, a mailman. And I thought, hey, that sounds pretty good. I'm hoping for a job where I don't have to interact with a lot of people, so I thought that'd be pretty cool. Wouldn't have to talk to too many people doing a job like that. Sounds perfect. So I applied for it. Well, to work for the US Postal Service, you have to take this little exam. It's 150 questions about yourself and what you would do in various situations. Well, I took that first test. There's actually 2 parts to it. I think the second part is just like a retest in person to make sure you didn't cheat. And not only did I fail it for that particular job, but it said I was ineligible for all the positions in the Postal Service, about a page of different positions in the document that I got. And I guess you could say that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That piled on top of everything else that's going on for me. More than half of it is stuff I don't even want to talk about, really. And yeah, I just kind of broke down. And I've been in this horrible depression for over a week now, and I was finally starting to get a little bit better. It's just so bad. It's just everything I apply for. If they do contact me, it's just to say, sorry, we're not interested. But most of the time I never even get contacted, so yeah. And I am just taking this Chaos Altar with me, since apparently Chaotic has his own now. So yeah, I've hardly been on this server in like 2 weeks, I think. I just have had no desire to play on here, and I'm trying to think of something to do, but I'm not really coming up with anything here. I don't know, what I should probably be doing right now is not worrying about the job thing for another month or two, wait for some of the other stuff to clear up. I know I should, but I just can't help but worry about it. And yeah, I'm never sure how much detail I want to go into, but I think I've probably gone as far as I want with that information. I gotta say though, it really makes me mad to think that I spent 5 years in college for nothing, essentially. I mean, there were so many people that encouraged me to go to college. You're so smart, you'll do great. And yeah, I made great grades. Doesn't mean anything. I love how there are just netherrack blocks on the ground every time I come into the nether. Yeah, you would think a degree in computer science would be useful, and I think that's one reason I have trouble getting a job, because people think it's useful. They're wondering, well, why is this guy applying to work with us? All we require is a high school degree. He'll be leaving us in no time for a better job. But no, sadly, there are no better jobs for me, because all the jobs that require my degree also require 2 to 3 years of experience. To get the experience, you have to have the job, which again requires experience, so that's kind of an endless loop there that makes no sense for people who've gone to college. And yeah, it's quite stupid. I would have probably been better off if I just skipped college and started working some lame job at a company that had a job I wanted, and they eventually would have realized what I know and promoted me. But that opportunity is kind of in the past now. I mean, that was 7 years ago. But even then, maybe that wouldn't have been that good because that would have been right after the Great Recession of 2007. So, I don't know. There's just too many unknowns, and I know there's no point in worrying about things that happened in the past. Okay, so where do I want to set this? It doesn't matter if the pylons are obstructed in any way, so I guess I can just put you there. Give you some charcoal. Not my book. Charcoal. There we go. Oh, it's a good thing I took the transfer node and everything with me. It's like I was thinking when I did this. There we go. So, does anyone else with a college degree have a strong desire to burn the darn thing? Because I do, but then half the time I think burning's not dramatic enough and I want to blow it up, but yeah, I don't know. My diploma is still in the envelope they mailed it to me, and I took it out, read it, and I put it in, and I said, I'm not taking the darn thing out until it proves itself useful, and nope, haven't seen it again since then. Alright, so I realize this is probably a little late into the episode to be asking this, but if you have any suggestions as to what the heck I should be doing on this world, let me know, because I'm kind of at a loss as to what I should be working on. Again, it may just be the whole not having a desire to play thing, but I keep looking through the list of mods and nothing's really piquing my interest. Guess could run over to Chaotic's place really quickly to show what he's done. He's been playing on the server like crazy lately, and I know that because I run the server, so I need to figure out a better way to run this server though. The way I'm doing it's kind of stupid. I run it on my old computer, but I started up through a PuTTY session on this computer, so I have to keep both computers running to run the server, and I need to figure out some better way to do that. I know there's a way, just gotta figure out how. It's kind of annoying though, the server keeps outputting something from Hydraulicraft. It says machine at coordinates has no pressure network, and I went and looked, and he does have like some machines set up there. It looks like he's got some kind of multi-block structure that may be invalid. I'm not really sure. But as you can see, he's done quite a lot of work around here. That sliding door makes a very interesting sound. I wonder if he's ever heard it. He has a lot of audio issues with Minecraft. Come to think of it, my old computer had a lot of audio issues with Minecraft as well. And they were very similar builds, so yeah, this little underground area, stop stealing my XP, was not here the last time I looked, but it is here now. Oh, he's actually doing modular power suits instead of the modular armor. Well, I heard that modular power suits actually, is actually being worked on now. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Thermoelectric generator. Interesting. So is there like lava or something below there? No? Oh, okay. Well, I shouldn't be breaking stuff at other people's places. Don't think I've seen... What's that? Matter transport pipe. Oh, okay, so it's just all part of that stuff. The matter overdrive, which he's got a lot of stuff up here, which apparently requires a lot of energy. And that's kind of odd looking. Oh, okay. Yes, this all looks very crazy complicated, but I'm sure it's got something going for it. But these are the machines that I was talking about. Oh. Okay, so you can actually click on the washer block here. The other stuff... I don't know. Typically when you have a multi-block though, like this, you can just click on any block and it'll open the interface. Or... I think that's how most multi-blocks are. I don't know. But yeah, all this hydraulic craft stuff, it says error in Wayla, and all these coordinates are spitting out errors on the console every so often, usually when someone logs in or logs out. So I don't know what its problem is, but it's got some kind of problem. Oh, so he's got farms above and below ground. That's interesting. Refinery, which is apparently producing biodiesel, I assume. I guess it's using the plant oil, which is probably coming from the squeezer. What else? Ethanol? Ethanol, plant oil. I guess those two make the biodiesel. That's a lot of pipes. I wonder if it's really necessary to have them connected to all four sides. This arc furnace of his, though, it seems like it drains all of his power. Well, it finally finished. But it's not recharging. Very strange. Oh. Is it because this is an HV connector? No, it was working on something earlier, so... Yeah, I don't know what's going on here exactly. I'm sure there's some reason to most of it. Or at least half of it. I actually get a fairly low frame rate around here, like in the 40s. Wouldn't think it would be that bad this early on. It's only been a couple of weeks. By the way, there was a little bug I discovered with silenced gems recently, and I'll borrow one piece of cobblestone here. And recently I added a feature where you can, if you have something in slot 9, you can right-click with a tool, and if there's nothing in the slot after it that could be placed, it'll check slot 9 instead. And what in the world are those tanks doing? I don't know, that's kind of odd. But there was a little bit of a bug where if you emptied the stack in slot 9, it would delete the tool or whatever item was in the slot after your tool. So until Modular Mayhem updates, watch out for that bug. Just make sure you don't empty slot 9, or you could, if you wanted to, update gems on your own to 1.3.04. That fixes the bug. That's what I'm using. Otherwise, just keep an eye out for that. I'm sorry if anyone has encountered that bug. I know it's a really bad one. Totally slipped by me when I added that feature. Oh, and that update also adds the new Lumberjack enchantment that lets an axe act like a lumber axe. Well, actually, it's a bit different than a lumber axe, but I think I've explained that already. It'll chop down trees just like one, but then you could still use it on other wood blocks normally. Alright, so I think that's all I've got to say. Again, if you have any suggestions as to what I should be doing here, a particular mod that I should be messing around with, let me know and I'll consider doing something with that, because I don't have any clear plan as to what I want to do on this server. So until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode, whenever that is. No schedule at this point, just whenever I feel like doing something.